Online dating is this thing that I've always had a strange relationship with, for lack of a better word. It's something that exists to fill a specific purpose. It's to help people who maybe don't get out much, or don't really know anybody in their area, maybe just trying to find somebody who really checks as many boxes as possible. The problem with online dating is that it causes people to have unrealistic expectations of what's going to happen. Everybody puts together this checklist of who they're looking for in a potential partner, but they're not willing to consider anybody unless they check all the boxes on that list. And that's unrealistic because there's nobody out there that's going to check every box on your list. Someone's going to have an annoying habit you don't like. Someone's going to be of a different faith than you, or like food you don't like, or like music you don't like, or just have some other quality that maybe you're not looking for. And that's just life. The perfect person out there doesn't exist. Life is about compromise. Relationships are about compromise. So you're going to find someone who checks a lot of the boxes, but maybe not all of them. It's up to you to decide which boxes you can go without being checked. You know, if I've got 10 items on my list, how many am I willing to sacrifice for the person I want to be with? How much are all these items weighted the same? Are certain ones more important than the others? That's something you have to consider. It's not just let me make a list of things I want and then only look for a person who fits all of those things, because the person doesn't exist. It's not out there. Personally, I hate online dating. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a system that is too easily taken advantage of. Most of the dating sites nowadays and dating apps are so riddled with spam bots and fake accounts, just, you know, scam artists, things like that. It's so full of just nothing, really. And I think people have pretty much caught on to that, and the actual number of active, real people on these dating apps is getting smaller and smaller. Even the big ones like Match.com or eHarmony, it's so hard to weed through the fake accounts nowadays. The thing about online dating is that it turns people shallow. People who aren't usually shallow become incredibly shallow when using online dating, myself included. Online dating brings out the worst in people, and it brought out the worst in me several times. I haven't done online dating for the better part of a year. I only recently started doing it again, and I think a lot of it is probably just the loneliness of the holiday season. Most of my friends are getting married, getting engaged, having kids. I am 30 and single, and have been single for quite some time. And it's annoying. It really is. I sound cynical as hell, but deep down, I'm very much a romantic type person. Being in a relationship with someone is something I do strive for. It's just a matter of making it happen. The thing about online dating is that it really only benefits very specific types of people. And I don't think I fall into the category of people that benefit from it. I find that whenever I do actually partake in online dating, it's usually because I've met someone in real life that I'm interested in, and because I have the self-confidence capacity of a teaspoon, I just haven't brought myself to pursue anything with that person. So usually what ends up happening is I do the online dating thing for a few months until I finally get frustrated enough that I kind of force myself into working up the courage to pursue that person. I deal with enough bullshit in the online dating world that I finally decide, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and ask out. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And, you know, what happens, happens. Usually they say no. I go back into online dating. I've never once met anybody in real life from an online dating thing. It's never gotten that far. It's rare that I ever actually communicate with anybody. I send messages, but it's rare that anybody ever gets a response. But again, I think a lot of that's because so many of these accounts are just fake accounts. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just being bitchy at this point. I don't know, but something's got to change. Like I said, it's caused people to become so shallow, and so like they won't settle for anything less than perfect. They won't settle for anything less than a fairy tale, and the fairy tale doesn't exist. But that's just me. What do I know? I'm 30 years old and I live in my mom's basement. I'm recording a vlog in the basement of my office. So what do I know, right? Anyway, I'm done bitching about this. I got work to do.